Ministry of Water and Environment is implementing water supply and sanitation program in eastern and northeastern Uganda, funded under the climate proofing investments in drought and flood-prone areas. The program is implemented in the districts of Butaleja, Budaka, Palisa, Bukedea, Bududa, Manafa, Apache, Soroti, Bukwo, Katakwi, and Otuke. In assessing the progress of work on different projects in the first quarter of implementation, the video team visited Butaleja, Budaka, Bukedea, Palisa, and Bududa districts, where sanitation facilities in schools and markets of peri-urban flood-prone areas and gravitation flow water projects are under construction. We found out that apart from training health clubs in schools and health committees for markets and peri-urban areas, actual construction had not started. In Butaleja district, the video team was looking at construction of sanitation facilities in flood-prone areas. At Doho Primary School, the Ministry of Water and Environment will construct 2 5-stan cesspit water resilient sanitation facility. Work had not started. The head teacher, Davis Mugoya, said the school is located in Doho Swamp, which poses a health problem in the wet season.
We have very few stanzas. There are actually 4 against 770. The one which is there, because of the location and the type of the soils we have, when it floods, it got spoiled.
At the moment, the boys' sanitation facility is condemned.
Children who come in this latrine, they always go behind it. They rarely enter inside because of the smell that is in. Then also its situation is inside, it is worse. One day I visited it and children were laughing at me.
The science teacher, Juma Munaba, reported that the school has a health club comprising of 12 pupils and all teachers. He noted that the health club activities have improved hygiene and sanitation in the school.
We selected 2 representatives from each class, from P3 to P7. Those ones from the health club, they have great knowledge. They have a lot of knowledge about what? Sanitation, and they're helping us to sensitize others.
The school also has a hand-washing facility used by pupils after visiting the latrines. The school has a non-functional water tank which leaks. The school gets water from a borehole 2 kilometers away. At Doho Irrigation Scheme, construction of the 2 5-stan Envirolo climate resilient sanitation facility had not started. The managing director, Gesa Kabasa, told the team that the scheme hosts about 3,000 people daily, who either come to plant, harvest, dry, winnow, mill or transport rice.
After the harvesting, there are many activities and many players again. We have had a problem where even people can get in, sneak inside, but we are blocking them to sneak inside here and then use our toilets. But sometimes they come as if they are coming to work.
But the scheme has only 1 2-stan pit latrine serving the entire 3,000 people.
The population is high compared to the stances we have here. They were meant for the officers here plus a few people.
The team also visited the site where the sanitation facility will be constructed. At Nampologoma Primary School, Ministry of Water will construct a cesspit climate resilient sanitation facility. The deputy head teacher, Moses Takule, told the filming team that the school enrollment is 2,043 and 24 teachers.
Given the big population we have a schedule, like every Wednesdays, we have general cleaning, whereby we look at the sanitation of the whole school. Children participate in slashing around, scrubbing the latrines, and then we even apply the ash.
The school has 2 5-stan pit latrines, where the ratio is 240 girls per stance and 160 pupils per stance for boys.
It is really very big, and it consumes much time since one has to wait for the friend to come out, then he may enter.
Here, 12 pupils were selected and trained together with teachers for the school health club.
We have always tried to sensitize all the pupils on how to use latrines.
Sweeping the compound, smoking latrines, and providing water to the hand washing facility.
As a senior man teacher, I encourage these children to use the available stances we have. Otherwise, it is a challenge.
Since we also have a challenge of water source near, even they don't have the water to use when it's time for changing their dresses and the materials that they have used.
However, despite the training, the school has no hand washing facility.
In fact, this school has been given 4 boreholes, but the nearest where they located water is that one, which is 2.5 kilometers.
We also found Butaleja District Education Officer Philip Kariebi and the District Inspector of Schools Adeke Esther, who directed the school to reinstate the hand washing facility.
We feel that they are going to implement what we have discussed. But for now, as per this discussion, as we have come here, we realize that they have not yet implemented.
So we are enforcing, like now I've stated, we are going to follow up very quickly to ensure that the hand washing machinery, hand washing facility. It's just reminding, sensitizing, and from time to time.
In Budaka district at Bogoria Primary School, the deputy head teacher Charles Magino said 12 pupils and all teachers participated in the sanitation and hygiene training conducted by Budaka District Water and Environment team to form Bogoria Primary School Health Club.
Out of the training we had for 2 days, actually we have learned a lot, and we have already started improving on our sanitation.
In this school, the existing latrine facilities are not enough to match the school enrollment.
The situation concerning the latrine is worrying because we have only 10 instances, 5 for girls and 5 for boys.
Under the installation of sanitation facilities in markets and peri-urban flood areas is Kachomo Town Council in Budaka district. Here, they are to receive a public Envirolu 5-stance facility. Kachomo Sub-County Chairman John Mukoma says the town council hosts 3,000 people during market days, where 1,800 are residents.
In the rainy season, we find that those toilets, they collapse. So that's why we said no. If we can get, request the government if it can assist us, even we went to even the district, and they told us that if any program comes, we shall include the sub-county.
All the people, including those who come for the market day, use the 4-stance pit latrine. Kachomo Town Council, located in the low-lying area, has a problem of digging the latrine depth, which can be only 12 feet deep.
N'abanaiswe bona ngoma ite bataka kumubona okwa kwatandi kwa auto igulira on tukasipingirem bataka kumubona kasente
Eto iti kitu nayo tuli mweza kalabanta ate tuli bangi twepanga line
Eto ija iswe jigwa rajo na maizinga manji no uchafu era tufuna ni ubaungi.
With the enforcement of the council committee from district, and the conditions have improved. Most households have toilets, have plate stands, and rubbish pits. So now the condition is generally better, except that we don't have enough clean water sources. The community is large, and the water sources dry up during the dry season.
The team also visited the proposed site for the construction of a 5-stance public Envirolu. Residents here, who are members of the village health committee, give strategies on how to improve sanitation.
The public toilet once constructed, and then the LOCs help us and make sure they employ their people to make it clean. Even if it means charging 100 shillings, it would be okay, so that that money can help to maintain the place clean.
In Palisade district is St. John's Kadumire Primary School. Ministry of Water will construct 2 VIP 5-stance sanitation facility. The deputy head teacher Augustine Onai Abuko explains that the school has 2 5-stance pit latrines where the one serving girls has been deroofed.
The situation here was not good at the time when we started the school. Sometimes even the compound could get waterlogged. The villages here, the gardens near the school land could get water surrounding their gardens and even getting flooded, destroying the crops. That's why the district took concern and reported the matter, and I think that's why it was selected to be among those ones.
Meanwhile, the school has a temporary changing facility for girls during their periods, although the facility is not quite good. The sanitation teacher, Ila Adonikam, explained that the school sanitation and hygiene program is composed of members of the community. The school has a work plan to manage sanitation and hygiene and is exhibiting the best practice compared to all the schools visited.
Okay, after the training, most members got the knowledge. First of all, the following day, just after the training, we had to make the action plan for the activities.
The training were to see the parents themselves so that they really help in sanitation, because if we only talk about it with the children and when they go home, their minds are diverted again.
In Bukedea district, the test of IEC materials was carried out by a consultant, Igala Justin, during a water sanitation and hygiene meeting chaired by the district vice chairperson, Elizabeth Amoge.
On issues of sanitation, let us try to see that after emanating this information, the sanitation coverage should be going up, so that we try to mitigate incidences of illness.
The proposed IEC materials will be distributed in Bukedea, Budaka, Kumi and Soroti districts. In Bukedea, still we visited Tajar Trading Center bordering Bulambuli district. The area was identified for a public enviroloo. Tajare Village LOC1 chairperson Francis Sabila said the trading center hosts 500 people daily and 1,000 people on a market day.
Down there, when you excavate, you find when you go deep and it rains, you find that the soil collapses.
In Buda district, the team visited Nabwea Extension Gravity Water Project. In Buda Town Council, water had reached the main hospital. And elsewhere, the laying of pipes was ongoing, and the water reserve tanks had been erected in many places. The team visited communities in Buloli North, Buloli South, Buloli A Village, and Buloli B Village in Buda Town Council.
The population is increasing. At times, the wells which we have around are not enough. And people can go stretch even up to around 11 p.m. That problem is going to be solved because now this gravity water, which are getting, as you see around, that they can trying to take to those ones who need it, they have applied for it.
Water was to be provided for consumption and production. The community living uphill traveled distances to fetch water for home use and animals. At Nabwea Hill Gravitation Water Extension Project, the reservoir water tank had been mounted. The pipes had been laid, waiting for water extension.
Okay, water from here, they go supply to other places from this the top here. In connecting is the only problem here, but the pipes are down there.
Downhill at Buruwande, water is already flowing in the reservoir tanks. The communities here are already using the water.
We are very, very, very happy that cows are benefiting for cows.
This is where the gravitation water supply starts. It is 2.5 kilometers deep in Mount Elgon Forest Reserve.
Site is the intake works for Buda and Gravity Flow Scheme. The river is called Wanangoni, located in the national park, in the Shu sub-county, Buda district. The water that is available is enough for us to abstract and also leave other water for the other users.
Outside the forest reserve is the water treatment plant. Work had stalled after porters claimed they had not been paid their wage. The pipe-laying consultant says work of extending water is almost complete. What remains is extending service pipes to consumers.
Pipe-laying, yeah, we have finished the distribution line, transmission line, connecting from the treatment plant to the...
Buda District Engineer Issa Bukoma said work is about 60 to 70% complete. What remains is phase 2 of the gravitation water project, besides casting the reservoir tanks, completing workers' houses and landscaping the water treatment area.
Has now handled most of the works here. What is left is for him to, I think if he came back 2-3 months, he would be able to finish the project, especially the treatment plant, because he has to finish the houses, finish the tanks, and then do the landscaping.
Unfortunately, at Bulucheke Trading Center, there was no water in the stand taps, and residents were drawing water from River Manafa. On this quarter, tree planting along river banks was not done because Wildlife Authority demanded an authoritative letter from both NFA and Ministry of Tourism to allow filming. Tree planting will therefore be done in the next quarter.